Should we expect to see the Tennessee Titans in the playoffs in 2026? Right now, a lot of people would probably say no. They would point to recent struggles offensively, inconsistencies, and question marks at key positions. But what that mindset misses is something important, that the team isn't stuck in a rebuild, it's evolving out of it. Now imagine this, right? It's late in the 2026 NFL season, and the Titans control their destiny. If they win this game, they not only win the division, but they also clinch a playoff spot. The crowd's on their feet, the PA announcer is screaming at the top of his lungs, and the Titans defense gets a stop to win the game and clinch the playoff spot. And the crowd erupts, and it's a party in Nashville. Nashville probably burns to the ground. Now, this isn't some delusion or a fantasy that I have. It's a real possibility based on the way the Titans are heading. But before we can see where they could be, let's take a look and see where they actually are right now. Now, the Titans recently have fallen behind offensively, especially really on the offenses where they have struggled the most. According to ESPN's NFL offensive rankings, the Titans have consistently ranked near the bottom of the league in passing production and explosive plays due to their sheer reliance on the run game. Now, that's a major issue in today's NFL. The league has changed. Teams that rely too heavily on one aspect of the offense, especially the run game, struggle to compete. As the NFL has become more pass-oriented, teams without a dynamic passing attack fall behind. But how did the Titans offense get to this point? Well, first they relied too heavily on the run game. Originally led by Derrick Henry, who was one of the most dominant running backs in the league for the Titans, defenses eventually adjusted. Then after Derrick Henry left, the Titans tried to continue to rely on the run game, but with subpar running backs. The run game continued to regress, and with defenses getting used to the Titans offense, it really only exacerbated the issue. Now, according to Pro Football Focus, predictable run-heavy offenses tend to decline in efficiency over time because defenses can more easily prepare and adjust for run-heavy offenses. Now, the next issue that highlighted the problems with this team was quarterback play, which really started after the departure of Ryan Tannehill after the 2022 season. The replacement for the veteran Tannehill was Will Levis, who, he had a strong showing in his sophomore year, or in his rookie year, but in his sophomore year, he regressed heavily. He was benched and unbenched multiple times, and, quarterback play and changing quarterback play can make or break teams. And NFL.com states that teams without strong, stable quarterback performance rarely make the playoffs. Without reliable passing games, the offense becomes incredibly limited. Now, what didn't help the offense, and especially the passing, was the offensive line. According to Pro Football Focus's final 2025 offensive line rankings, the Tennessee Titans ranked near the bottom of the NFL in overall protection and efficiency. When your quarterback doesn't have time to throw, it is almost impossible for your offense to develop and have a successful offense. Now, these three main issues, predictability, quarterback inconsistency, and poor protection, led to the gradual decline of the Titans since 2021. However, there is currently a plan being set in motion by owner Amy Adams-Strunk and second-year GM Mike Borgonzi. Mike Borgonzi, in his first year, laid a pretty strong foundation to rebuild the offense and the team as a whole, starting in the 2025 NFL Draft, where he used the first overall pick to select Cam Ward. Cam Ward in his first year showed flashes of being an elite talent and worthy of that number one overall pick, but his play was ultimately hindered by offensive talent around him. Then later, Borgonzi selected Chimbre Dike, who seemed like a reach at the time. However, he went on to make the Pro Bowl at kick returner. And according to Harvard Sports Analysis, having a good starting field position means your team has more scoring opportunities. And with an elite returner like Dike, they had those opportunities. Now, the next major decision for Borgonzi came after the 2025 season. Midway through the season, Borgonzi and company decided to part ways with head coach Brian Callahan, who had manufactured poor offensive play and was the main reason for their struggles this year. Now, there were a handful of great candidates going into the offseason, and Borgonzi opted to hire defensive coordinator from the 49ers and former Jets head coach Robert Saleh. Now, while Saleh had struggled in New York, he turned around the Jets defense and turned it into the third best unit in the league in 2023, which is according to ESPN stats. He also has multiple Super Bowl appearances with the 49ers versus elite teams, meaning the Titans are getting a head coach with a ton of coaching experience in different scenarios. And once Saleh was in the building, he wasted no time putting together his staff. He hired former Giants head coach and former Bills offensive coordinator Brian Daboll to be the offensive coordinator of the Tennessee Titans. And Daboll is considered to be, by many, the main reason for the development of Josh Allen, a now MVP-winning quarterback, and current Giants quarterback Jackson Dart. Dart has also stated that Dable was a key piece in his development and was sad to see him go when they fired him. The hope is that Dable can continue the trend of being a quarterback whisperer to develop Cam Ward to his full potential. This offseason, Borgonzi's continued that momentum he started with $100 million in cap space, according to Spot Track. He did just that. With the most money in the league, the Titans went out and spent big, signing the likes of Wan'Dale Robinson at wideout to bolster the offense and trading for Jermaine Johnson to further flesh out the defense and fill some holes. Now, with the draft less than 2 weeks away, Borgonzi and company is preparing to continue their draft momentum, and there's a handful of rumors about what the team will do. Now, most analysts, like ESPN's Mel Kiper, predict the Titans were more than likely drafting Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love. Now, assuming this is the route they go, the Titans will have that missing piece on offense to make that balanced offense. Jeremiah Love was a Heisman nominated running back and was one of the best in college football. Now, the very last piece that lends itself well to the Titans' success is the division they are in, which is the AFC South. Most teams in the AFC South are in a similar position to the Titans. They have major holes and flaws in their game. Now, this lends itself well to the Titans because it lowers the bar for what their record actually needs to be. They could go 10-7 and still be a 4 seed in the playoffs. So it's more than possible. So should we expect to see them in the playoffs in 2026? Well, when you break it down, the answer is yes. The Titans' struggles weren't caused by one or two things. They were caused by a predictable offense, inconsistent quarterback play, and a weak offensive line. However, they've already started to address that and have addressed that with the addition of a high upside young quarterback, improvements to the roster, smarter front office decisions, and a more balanced offense. That all shows the progress this team has made and the future they can have. Now, when you combine that progress with the wide open AFC South, the path to the playoffs is the clearest it's been since they were the 1 seed in 2021. Now, this team isn't the same that fell short in 2021 or in previous years. It's a team that's building, adapting, and improving at the right time. So when the moment comes and the clock hits 0, the crowd erupts, and the Titans clinch their playoff spot, it won't be shocking to me. It'll be a result of everything we can already see coming.